This card says, I met your higher self, and then we have soul retrieval. It says clearing trauma allows soul fragments to return. So if there's something that you're holding on to, right, this Chiron square Venus energy, something that's painful, draining you instead of replenishing you, healing, releasing, letting this energy die in the desert, right? Any emotional connections that you have to it. Remember that resentment, bitterness, hatred, like desire for revenge, those are also emotional energies that keep you bound and tied to the thing that you resent. I feel like this is about letting this Chiron square Venus connection die in the desert. Whatever it is, right? Releasing it, letting it go, letting it die. That makes room for soul retrieval. That makes room for this new aspect of yourself to either be expressed or integrate, right? What is this about, Spirit? What is this about? Purity. It's about purity. It's about alignment. It's about transition. Purity. Number 11. Co-creating, right? Co-creating with Spirit. Aligning your energy with divine timing. Aligning your energy with divine timing for a transition. We've got illumination, the full moon. For a transition, this feels like gateway portal energy. Aligning your frequency with a portal. Destiny, you guys. A portal into destiny. Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Brianna and this is going to be a collective message. My intention is to just pull some messages for the collective's energy leading up to the lunar eclipse that we have coming up, I think this week or like towards the end of this week. I just want to see if we can kind of, just get some behind the scenes messages for the energy that's unfolding so that we can know how to navigate it, what to look out for, what to expect. So that's my intention. I'm going to move around between different oracle decks and then I will get into the tarot a little bit later. So I hope you all are doing all right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm whispering because it's a little early, right? People are still sleeping. There's been a lot of interference. I've been trying to record a video for the collective for like maybe about a week now, and there's just been a lot of interference, chaos, distractions, right? Screaming. So I've been trying different times, right? Some of the interference is covert, but a lot of it is very intentional. So I've been trying different times of recording, trying to find the most peaceful, the most calm time to channel the energy for you guys. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Thank you to the angels, the ancestors, and the guides. Thank you to my cosmic family, my star family, and my soul tribe. Thank you to the beautiful gods, goddesses, and deities who love, support, and protect me. Archangel Michael, please protect me as I channel messages for the collective. Please block out any negative interference, any distractions. If this is meant to be, let it be, Spirit, for the highest good of everyone involved, right? Spirit, show me the collective's energy leading up to the lunar eclipse. Show me the collective's energy leading up to the lunar eclipse. We've got Thanatos. comatose, which is death, I believe, and the kiss, chemistry, heightened sensation. And then we've got the mask at the bottom of the deck, the grand reveal. Maybe someone's undergoing some sort of transformation with death here, deep. This is like soul level transformation, right? Intimacy, connection, emotional. Maybe there's a transformation in someone's foundational emotional energies, right? That sacral chakra energy, the energy that is collected and stored within us since childhood, right? It could have something to do with your mother, because the mother develops and nurtures. That's her responsibility. She's responsible for developing and nurturing the emotional base, the emotional foundation of the child. So if we have like karmic relationships with our parents in our developmental years, that energy is going to be stored within the sacral chakra. Yeah, it's the color, that reddish orange color, and then it's the moon, which represents the subconscious, right? The emotional subconscious, how we connect and relate to others, the type of love we receive in our developmental years is how we experience love in our adult years, right? That's where those attachment styles come in. Are you anxious? Are you fearful of intimate connection? Is it connected to pain, right? So you try to avoid it. Are you dismissive? There's some sort of transformation with death here. Deep, deep soul level transformation happening in this area. Then we've got the mask, the grand reveal, seeking expression. Again with that reddish orange color, right? Some green in there too for the heart chakra. So I feel like there might be some repressed, suppressed, rejected aspects of you, right? That want to express, that are seeking expression. The grand reveal, they want to be revealed. Maybe we're in this energy of shedding. Yeah, I've been talking a lot about how the lunar eclipse is going to be removing, or there's an opportunity, right? These things just don't happen. We have to align ourselves with the energy in order for the magic to work. So there's an opportunity for the lunar eclipse to remove a karmic soul tie, a painful soul tie, something toxic. It's poison, right? The love is poisoned. The Eight of Cups. Nothing can grow or be cultivated within this connection. It's probably draining and triggering. It's a soul tie, deep soul tie, stored within the subconscious, maybe from this lifetime, or it could have been from past lifetimes, right? This energy stored within the emotional subconscious, the sacral chakra, that is, or that a soul tie is attached to. So there's an opportunity to shed this energy, and that's going to be like lower heart chakra, right? Painful connections are lower heart chakra, but when we shed this energy, we lighten the load, right? We lighten the body so that we can ascend into the higher heart chakra, but also like higher dimensions of this energy, love, intimacy. Okay. So if you're resonating with the messages so far, there may be further messages in here for you. We've got the shapeshifter, but a bunch of other cards flew out. The storm, oh no, Spirit. It's the queen and the vow. The vow talks about like a promise, an oath, a contract, and the queen. The queen is the purified divine feminine energy. She's regal. She's ascended the top of the mountain. She's crowned. She's initiated. I'm going to put these back. I saw the forest. Should I ask a question? We have these two energies here. Should I ask a question, Spirit? What's challenging the collective? What's challenging the collective? Divine timing. We've got divine timing. The truth, your soul's truth. This is so many, it's too much energy. The empty room, the hunter and the lover. There's a message here. So divine timing is at play, right? Divine timing, for me, it's just when the planetary energies are aligned and working together in a certain way. When the planetary energies are like active and near, then we get to feel and work with their energies, right? So divine timing for me is like when the planetary energies are aligned perfectly, your energy is aligned perfectly, and you get to, I want to say, harness cosmic energy, channel it through you, your vessel, and use it to manifest in the material realm, right? This card also talks about being in sync, right? Syncing up, waiting for precision, precise alignment. And then we have Gnosis, which is your soul's true frequency. It's your innermost truth. Maybe this is an aspect of you, right? Your soul wanting to integrate into your physical body so that it can express, experience. Gnosis also talks about alchemy. Alchemy to get rid of the distortions, the internal subconscious energies, maybe the energy stored within the kiss, right? Alchemize those energies so that, because what are these energies but like fear and insecurity, like fear of being whatever, rejected, betrayed, hurt, abandoned. But that's just like the baggage we pick up, our avatars, our characters pick up when we incarnate, right? It's the karma that we agree to inherit, right? To, I don't know, experience life, for our souls to experience life, right? So the point is that there may be some energy stored within your emotional subconscious that are acting as liabilities to this energy that wants to be expressed through you. Okay, we have the empty room. This card talks about being in the void and being precise. This is like a blank canvas, right? You can paint this room or fill. You can fill this room with whatever you imagine. So there has to be precision, right? The hunter is precise. He's focused. He's energized. He's also initiated, right? He's seasoned. Steady aim. This is like Sagittarian energy. Locking in on your target and going forward for it. Then we have the love, the lover, the beloved, the connection. Empty room. What are you creating? What are you creating? What are you filling this room up with? Is it like more pain, more trauma from the past, or is it like a new love? Maybe it's that queen energy. We've got the ocean and the comic, the self. Did these cards come out? It feels like too many. This is too many, Spirit. This is the challenge, right? That's what we asked. This is the challenge. Alignment with what your soul actually desires. Okay. Soul truth. Okay, anything else, Spirit? What the hell? It's Eros. This card talks about like desire and passion and sexuality, sensuality, like playfulness, eroticism, and then the heart. Is this what your heart desires? This card talks about returning home to the heart, like returning home to your family, your loved ones, soul family. And then we've got the queen again, the queen. The orphan. The queen, the orphan. The gem, the diamond in the rough, the vessel. What is this energy? Maybe this queen is an orphan. She has no family. Oh, I feel like this is soul family linking up, right? Soul family is linking up. But this queen, whoever this queen is, she's alone right now. The shadow, the storm. Okay, let's move on to another deck. My. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Spirit. Tell me about death and the kiss, please. Take it easy on me, Spirit. Yo, this is good. I'm enjoying this reading so far. I think it's good to know, right? We've got Chiron square Venus. Oh my goodness. So this is like a face-off between deep spiritual wounds and true love, right? So Chiron with Venus is like wounded love, wounded love. Chiron is our soul's deepest wound. Venus is our soul's true desires. Venus is the Empress, right? Chiron square Venus. It doesn't feel good. There are emotional triggers here. Maybe this is what we're releasing, right? So it's a face-off between a deep spiritual wound and true love, true value, true comfort, true satisfaction, and fulfillment. That's what Venus is. She's soul satisfaction because she's the heart. It's, yeah, love and joy. But there's a wound here. There's a choice, trauma or healing. If you're dueling between, or if there's a duel between your wound and your true love, there's also a choice, right? You don't have to physically battle anyone. You just do this internally, make these choices internally. Trauma or healing. There's an opportunity for emotional mastery here, and this is gonna like create some deep healing, right? Shifts, deep subconscious shift, deep subconscious shift, deep subconscious. We've got the 12th house, Pisces. This is where the eclipse is happening, right? In the energy of Pisces. Pisces, for me, is Christ consciousness. It's all the good aspects. It's love and happiness. It's joy and creativity and feeling good, right? Feeling supported, encouraged, and inspired. Not harboring any like dense energies because we've forgiven and released, right? What would Jesus do? What would Christ do? He will forgive and release. Maybe you've done this work, right? Maybe you've already done this. You've already released this energy, or this is the collective's current energy, or what did I ask? The collective's energy leading up to the eclipse, right? So this is an opportunity to align yourself, right? Your character, your avatar. If your soul is the one in the upper realm looking down or looking at like the gaming screen, like trying to control the player, the soul's like, I can't get him, like I can't move it, it won't move. But this is an opportunity for you to like co-create with your spirit, work with your spirit to like get your character, your avatar, yourself, your ego in alignment with releasing whatever this wound is, right? This wound that's like Saturn and Pisces, 8 of Cups, it's a test. Pisces can also be like a lot of self-sacrifice, a lot of giving and unconditional love. Pisces struggles with boundaries and knowing when to say no, especially when it has to do with Piscean energy. Piscean energy is Christ consciousness. And this energy can be drained, siphoned, or you could use it for yourself and others who like give back to you, right? But like I was saying, there's an opportunity here. Look at this, the law of cause and effect. Every action produces a reaction. And then we have the law of attraction. That which is like itself is drawn. That which is like itself is drawn. So this is an opportunity to purify your vessel, your frequency, right? Your emotional frequency. And you'll begin to attract others or draw in others who have that same purified frequency. And that's holy matrimony, right? Even if it's not romantic, but I feel like it is with this card here. It's like the purified masculine and the purified feminine coming together for holy matrimony, right? That which is like itself is drawn. Every action produces a reaction. And then we have North Node. North Node, your soul's aspiration. It says soul satisfaction. So this feels like the path to Venus, right? The path to Venus, to soul satisfaction. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is, she's internal, right? She's yin energy. She works with the energetic realm. So she is like the queen of solutions, coming up with, coming up with solutions that create big changes. I'm getting judgment. She is justice too, right? She's a Libra, so she makes clear decisions based on what's fair, right? She's also the queen of detachment. She does this mentally. She's able to detach from like the chaos of the lower mind to ascend into higher dimensions of logic and intelligence, right? Graceful movement. Okay, what's the Queen of Swords doing here? Maybe this is about making a choice. Maybe this is about making a choice. A choice that leads to alignment, like a closer alignment, a tighter alignment with your soul's true frequency, right? A choice. We've got winter in the number 7. Winter is like hermit energy, withdrawing to reflect and heal, to like calm your nervous system down. And then we've got number 7. Number 7 talks about like divine perfection. Divine perfection for fulfillment of divine promises. So this is like moving yourself into alignment. We've got the moon and the 8 of Pentacles. Remember that the moon is our subconscious. It's where our like stored emotional tendencies, reactions, and connects us to like the past emotional energy. So we've got the moon and the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is the sun in Virgo. So the sun energizing Virgo. Virgo is like productivity, working, energized work. So I feel like this is patience, attention to details, good use of time and energy, applied effort that leads to material manifestation. Applied effort that leads to material manifestation with the moon. So applying your efforts towards your moon, healing, nurturing, calming your nervous system, and aligning yourself with divine perfection for some sort of divine intervention or fulfillment of divine promises. Oh my god, tell me about this card here. I feel like I need another deck for this. What is this? Eroticism, sexual health, desire, passion, sensuality. What is this? Ugh. Tell me about it. We've got Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio talks about like being the warrior and transforming the shadow. There's a lot of shadow energy or shadow work energy here. Scorpio is also connected to Pluto, which is the underworld. So maybe your desires have been in Pluto in the underworld, repressed, ignored in the underworld, right? Or this could be like desire, like the, what am I getting here? I'm getting the Seven of Cups. Like lower dimensional expressions of this energy, this passion, this sensuality, passion expressed through the lower octave of Scorpio. So it's like an illusion of happiness, an illusion of emotional fulfillment. It could be that, or your passion being suppressed in Scorpio. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, like spin the wheel. Completion, fulfillment, results of one's efforts. Conjunction, close together. Destiny, soul mission, course correction. Course correction? Divine timing and karma. Unexpected opportunities, good fortune, going with the flow. Conjunction talks about being close together, blended, combining your energies with your energies that are next to you, right? Nearby. This could be a positive or negative thing, just depending on the energies you have around you, right? Whatever energies you have around you, it's a conjunction. Your energies blend and create a new dynamic, and that dynamic is what the material realm communicates with. So be mindful of who you keep around you. But we've got good luck, the Wheel of Fortune, in conjuncting with the sun. The sun is rebirth, fertility, creation, abundance. It's fuel, it's life force energy, it's vitality, it's happiness, it's freedom, emancipations from restrictions. It's connection, spiritual expansion. So there's good luck here, the Wheel of Fortune, conjunction, and the sun. Good luck in blending, combining your energies with the sun. Support. You have support in this. Okay, tell me about the heart. Something flipped over. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the moon in Aquarius. Moon in Aquarius. So this is like subconscious emotions that cloud the intellectual qualities of Aquarius. Subconscious emotions clouding the intellectual qualities of the higher mind, lack of clarity, your mind playing tricks on you. We're going to clarify more. The Knight of Pentacles, confusion, lack of clarity about matters of the heart, about the Knight of Pentacles, investing your time, your energy, your attention into earthly manifestation, cultivating the soil, preparing the land, investing in building something new. There's confusion here. We've got waxing gibbous, more than 50% illumination. So increasing illumination, approaching fullness. This card talks about like lining up your aim, right? Refinement, perfection, preparation, adjust and align. Adjust and align. I kind of want to do these cards. Okay, let's just see. Oops. What is that? Maturity. Maturity? Can you guys see that? Maturity is talking to me about soul graduation, emotional maturity, emotional mastery, right? Mastering an aspect of yourself and gaining new life experience, new wisdom from it, new soul experience, and graduating a soul lesson, right? Maturity, blossoming from the inside out. We've got the Tower. The Tower talks about letting go. Letting go. Thank you, Spirit. Letting go is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups in the traditional tarot, I talked about it a little bit up here, but it's Saturn and Pisces. Yeah. Tower. Tower. Maybe your choice is gonna... Maybe your choice is gonna cause some sort of tower, like a fiery explosion. Destruction. Sadness. Whoa. Somebody's gonna be sad about your choice. Prison. Bouquet. Bouquet talks about good luck, good fortune, happiness, love. Prison. Is this that someone's going to be sad about your choice because they're going to be locked out of your bouquet, your happiness? Or maybe this is you, sad. Five of Cups, disappointed because prison bouquet. What is the woe energy? What's the sadness? Tornado, storm warning. What's the sadness? Love. Someone's going to be sad about your love. Prison again. Someone's going to be sad about being locked out of your love. Or maybe you're sad. Prison in this deck talks about self-imposed limitations, right? Maybe you're locking yourself out of this love, or you're not looking at it, you're looking away from it in some sort of sadness. I don't know. Prison, movement, daydream. Self-imposed limitations restricting forward movement towards a dream come true. Distraction. Attention thief. Distracted from the overflow. The abundance. Distracted from fulfillment, satisfaction. This could be you. Self-imposed limitations preventing or restricting forward movement from a dream come true. Comfort zone. Self-limiting beliefs and insecurities. Well. The parlor talks about intimacy, right? Unexpected money. The bear, the coffin, the rider. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, we got the cross. The cross talks about a spiritual obligation, a spiritual commitment, a spiritual contract. But it also talks about like the work, the commitment that goes into getting yourself there, right? Getting the 10 of Wands, carrying the load, because it's the work that has to be done. Military rich gent. Gift. Military is talking about spiritual ranking. Military, like a commander-in-chief or someone who gives orders. The emperor. This could be like spiritual military saying like, this is your assignment, right? This is your next assignment. Or this could be you as the emperor, male or female, taking the reins of your life, right? Making the tough choices that only an emperor can make. The emperor is the lord of his own universe. Nobody commands him, not even his shadow, right? His shadow is alchemized and purified. So this could be you stepping into this military energy to make a choice about a cross, a spiritual commitment. We've got rich gent, and gift. Okay, now I want to see what the cross is. Tell me about the cross, please. Tell me about the cross. Salt bath. Salt bath is the process of purification. Okay, so maybe there's like a spiritual obligation for you to do this scorpionic work, right? Transform an aspect of your shadow. Purify your shadow, right? The salt bath represents the process of sifting out distractions and impurities to uncover the most essential aspects of something, to uncover your core essence, Maybe it's this energy, this gnosis energy, your innermost truth, your soul's true frequency. Alchemy, alchemizing an aspect of your shadow. What does that look like? How should the collective do that? Which deck? Which deck? The Hermit. Sacral chakra. The Hermit sacral chakra. Let me see. The Hermit's cave is... I don't want this to sound super intense, right? But I'm just gonna say it how I'm getting it. The Hermit's cave is the underworld. It's where all of our deepest fears, our biggest wounds, it's the subconscious, right? When we're incarnated, the underworld is our subconscious. It's where we push our fear, our demons, the jealousy, the insecurity, all of that. We push it into the shadow, the Hermit's cave. That's the Hermit's lair, right? The Hermit is very comfortable with the shadow realm. He's not afraid to face any of his inner demons, his darkness, right? The Hermit works to tame the lower nature. These aspects of yourself that are in Scorpio, right? In the valley, in the underworld, they're just you. They're probably just like something that was developed in your childhood, and as you grew to be an adult, it morphed into something else, maybe something that you're not proud of or something that you don't want to look at, so you push it away, right? You push it away, and when you push it away, it goes into the subconscious. It's not inactive while it's in the subconscious. It's actually very active, attracting and drawing in the people and experiences that resonate with its energy, right? So you want to go into this Hermit energy and tame an aspect of your lower nature, whatever it is for you. There's growth that comes with this. The Hermit is a master, right? An ascendant master. The Hermit is a healer. So I feel like the answer to the question I asked earlier, I don't remember, so take a step back and analyze, introspect, and contemplate something to do with the sacral chakra, emotional stability, stored emotions. Maybe that's what this energy is, right? This is sacral chakra energy. Creativity, sexuality, happiness, foundational happiness, how we connect with others, playfulness, laughter, abundance, well-being, and pleasure. There's an energy stored in your sacral chakra. Doesn't feel like a positive energy. It feels like a liability, right? Spirit wants you to health, personal development, illumination. Illuminate it, become aware of it, and mediate, balance. I'm getting temperance, alchemize, right? Alchemize this aspect of yourself. Okay, we've got the new moon in Virgo. The new moon in Virgo talks about purifying and transforming old emotional programming, so that a higher and wiser version of yourself can integrate. This is what's happening, right? Or this is the opportunity. Remember that the moon is our subconscious. Virgo is the virgin, right? Quote unquote the virgin, but it really just talks about purity, right? Being a pure vessel. But Virgo is the one who does the work, right? Sets up the routines. She makes the commitment to invest her time, her energy, and her attention into making sure that everything is running smoothly and properly, right? So with a new moon in Virgo, it's about purifying, making clean, tidying up aspects of your emotional subconscious, and relying on communication from your higher self to make new choices. Relying on communication from your higher self to make new choices. An aspect of your soul wants to integrate and express. We have the South Node now. The South Node is karmic release. Releasing past patterns, limitations, and wounds so that you can move forward, so that you can be reborn, right? Okay, one more, Spirit. If that coffin, coffin is like a permanent ending. Came out under the Seven of Swords. Remember, the Seven of Swords is the moon in Aquarius, so it's those moon energies, those liabilities that come up from the subconscious. It's like fear. It like clouds your judgment. It's like, no, 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 go back, turn back, don't do it, don't do it. The heart. The Seven of Swords is around this heart energy, your love, your happiness. And then we've got coffin, the sun, the heart, and the anchor. This feels like heart healing. Heart healing. Restoring hope. Restoring emotional stability. The anchor is giving stability. The heart is emotional energies, and the sun is life force, revitalizing emotional energies or emotional stability. Healing. The sun is also healing your emotional stability. Okay, let's get an overall message. I probably should have done this like towards the beginning, but what is this about, Spirit? What is this about? Show me. Purity. It's about purity. It's about alignment. It's about transition and deflection. Purity, number 11. Aligning your frequency, your like co-creating, right? Co-creating with spirit. Aligning your frequency with your soul's intention. Aligning your energy with divine timing. Aligning your energy with divine timing for a transition. We've got illumination, the full moon. For a transition, this feels like gateway portal energy. Aligning your frequency with a portal. Destiny, you guys. A portal into destiny. Destiny, it could just mean like your next destination, right? This card also, this Destiny card also talks about making choices. The Fates, the weavers of destiny, they weave your destiny based on your choices. Maybe that's not true. I'm getting the red thread, right? There are many options, there are many choices, but there's only one red thread. So I asked what this message is about. This message is about purity, transition, illumination, the full moon, and destiny. And then we have cleansing. Cleansing, journey. Cleansing for a journey. Oh my goodness. Cleansing journey, healing journey. This could be like that hermit energy, the winter energy, preparing yourself for a new path. A new path, or this could be a healing path. A healing path. Like the opposite of what you've experienced, right? We've got deflection here, averter of evil, and then obstacles. Okay, let's get a closing message. Let me see. Any tarot cards want to come out and clarify? Or just add more color to the story? Any tarot cards? Spirit. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough in mental clarity. It's like, aha, I got it. The Ace of Swords also talks about clarity and clearing your mind so that you can receive these breakthroughs from Spirit, right? Clearing this Seven of Swords energy, the subconscious emotions that cloud the intellectual qualities. So aligning yourself by clearing your mind, maybe going into meditation or some sort of like solitude and silence, maybe going on a walk and like not thinking about anything but the leaves on the trees and the squirrels running and playing in the grass, right? Just being absolutely present so that you can receive the downloads from Spirit. Maybe you've already received this clarity. Maybe this message is like some sort of breakthrough in mental clarity, an aha moment about King of Cups. King of Cups is emotional mastery, right? He's tamed his emotional energies. He's the king of his sacral chakra, really, right? Like positive self-expression, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, sacred boundaries. I was going to say something else, but it slipped my mind. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, maybe it'll come back. Okay, anything else? It's the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords talks about emotional wounds that, this could be like emotional triggering, right? Something's triggering you emotionally, but esoterically it talks about wounds from the past dictating your future. Wounds from the past dictating your choices. Maybe you're, I don't know, clarity about a Three of Swords. We've got the Two of Swords. Maybe clarity about something that broke your heart, emotional betrayal, maybe like a lesson in love, clarity about a lesson in love. There's a choice here, this path or that path, but these are swords, right? So these are like thoughts, light or dark, higher dimensional consciousness or lower dimensional consciousness. There's the Four of Swords. Maybe there's some conflict around you. Conflict around you. Chaos around you. You might... Maybe that's the choice, right? Chaos or clarity. Chaos or clarity. The Four of Swords talks about intentional acts against mental clarity. So just like unplugging, disengaging, detaching, saying like, no, I'm not going to participate in this. I'm actually going to go to sleep. Or meditate, clearing your mind. So that I wrote a post maybe the other day, yesterday, about how if your nervous system is calm, right? If your nervous system is calm and regulated, then external chaos can't penetrate. A calm nervous system is like a buffer between your internal harmony and external chaos, because when the chaos enters your field, if you are at peace, at ease, calm, then that external chaos has no internal chaos to communicate with, right? So maybe this is like shutting out the chaos, going within, relying on the guidance from your higher self to guide you into this magician position, right? I feel like the magician is this is the vehicle through which Piscean energy, Christ consciousness, is expressed through us and then manifested into the material realm, or channeled through us and then expressed outward materially. But the vessel has to be clean, right? If there are densities in the sacral chakra, then the energy that comes through from spirit, it's going to be tainted by the ego, right? The wounded ego, the fear, the Three of Swords, and then that's the energy that we're going to express, right? We've got the Eight of Wands, which is like choose. It's like fast communication. I feel like this is like make your choice, because I'm seeing the Two of Wands right behind that. Like make your choice. Two of Wands, choose your path from a higher perspective, right? The Two of Wands talks about sovereignty and making sovereign choices, earning the right to choose your own path. From a place of like groundedness and stability, it's a two, right? Make a choice, communicate quickly, or maybe this energy, this Eight of Wands energy, the wands are like spiritual energy, so this Eight of Wands energy is coming in quickly to you, magician. So you got to be ready to channel it. And how do you channel it, right? You channel it through a purified vessel, through a calm nervous system. A calm nervous system. Ace of Wands, it's a new pathway, a new spiritual pathway. Okay, now I'm just gonna get one more message here. Let's do some advice for the collective, please, Spirit. Advice for the collective. totality. That was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. We've got control and beyond illusion here. I'm going to get more with totality because this feels like another message. If I was just reading this card by itself, right? It's the Five of Wands in the traditional tarot. The Five of Wands talks about friction and competition and like fighting and chaos and conflict, right? But in this deck, it talks about how all things work together. The friction is necessary friction, right? We wouldn't move if our feet weren't to the fire. So if you are in like a chaotic experience, an experience that triggers you emotionally, that's the necessary pressure needed in order to get your 3D self, your stubborn avatar to move, right? It could all be your higher self controlling the game. Like, okay, this person isn't moving, this person isn't getting it, let's turn up the heat, right? But it's all divine, all things working together to connect together and get you to your next destination. Anything else with totality? Postponement, adventure, postponement, adventure. The adventure is postponed, postponement, and adventure. This card talks about, I'm getting soul integration, right? These unexpressed aspects of ourselves, they are soul fragments, right? So let's talk about how, like, the reason we come here in the first place. Before we come here, our soul writes out this contract, this blueprint, or these contracts, and this a blueprint, right? The grand scheme. I'm gonna do this, 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 and this when I like doing my tour, right? On Earth. So when we incarnate, an aspect of our soul incarnates with us, right? And that aspect of the soul is responsible for being the spark, right? The reminder of the plan, the mission. But as we get older in this realm, right, on Earth, as we grow and become conditioned and programmed and traumatized and wounded, right? That's the karma we agree to take on in order for our soul to experience life, right? So we agree to take on this earthly karma, this trauma, and we forget. These aspects of ourselves get pushed away, suppressed, but this is the light, right? That gem. So I feel like the inner spark. I feel like there's like a new aspect of yourself that either wants to awaken or incarnate, integrate with you. It depends on you, right? And when this new aspect is allowed to express or properly integrated and expressed, then it's like a new adventure for that aspect of ourselves. I hope this is making sense. It's like a kid going to an amusement park for the first time. It's like an aspect of your soul being awake in the game, right? Like if your soul's the one controlling the game, but what if there's an option to like actually go into the game, right? Incarnate into the avatar and experience the game from that perspective. So there's like a new aspect of your soul that wants to go on an adventure here, but there's some sort of postponement. Maybe the postponement, the hesitation is divine. You see how this woman is looking at this card? She's like, I don't know about you. I don't know, but she's all gray and washed out. She needs this. She needs this adventure. I feel like your soul needs something, right? More color, more Piscean energy, more creativity, more love, right? More inspiration. We've got intensity and past lives. And just like based on the imagery here, this is like this past lives energy is giving me South Node energy, and this is you like intensely moving away from it, right? Going in the opposite direction. Any messages from this deck? This deck is kind of big, so I've got to go slow. Okay, we've got co-creation with spirit. Co-creation with spirit, like you take care of this thing, right? And we'll take care of that. We'll take care of the rest. We've got Jack in a Box. Jack in a Box is a scare tactic, right? It's like a jump scare, a sudden and unpleasant surprise. Maybe it won't be so unpleasant. Maybe it's just a surprise, something unexpected. It might scare you though. It might scare you. It might invoke fear or some sort of nervous system response. I feel like it's something that you're co-creating with spirit. Or maybe this is an opportunity, right? You take care of this work, this spiritual commitment, and spirit will take care of the rest. We've got resurrect, rise, and ascend. So if you've been in the valley, I saw the valley somewhere. Where did I see the valley? Oh, Scorpio energy. Here it is. Okay, so if you've been in the valley, you know, the valley of shadows, the valley of death. This is where we've got to get through this desert, right? If we want to ascend, this is the journey. We've got to get through this desert. While we're in the desert, we're tested, right? We have to prove ourselves in this desert. So if you've been in this valley, then I feel like this is a message that it's time to rise, right? To resurrect, to be reborn in the sun, ascended, coming up out of the valley of shadows and harmonizing your energy. That's also like temperance energy, balancing out your energy, alchemizing your energy so that you can move forward in the right direction. I see already set in motion. Already set in motion. We'll move forward when it's time. Okay, so maybe this is this postponement energy, because I also see healing and improving here. And then I see comfort zone. So maybe we're healing out of our comfort zone. Healing away from our comfort zone, moving away from our comfort zone. Because we're healing, something is already set in motion and it will move forward in divine timing. Waiting for ripeness. Maybe spirit's waiting for ripeness, right? Waiting for you to heal your comfort zone so that you can co-create with spirit. This card says, I met your higher self, and then we have soul retrieval. It says clearing trauma allows soul fragments to return. Clearing trauma allows your soul fragments to return. So if there's something that you're holding on to, right, this Chiron square Venus energy, something that's painful, draining you instead of replenishing you, healing, releasing, letting this energy die in the desert, right? Any emotional connections that you have to it. Remember that resentment, bitterness, hatred, like desire for revenge, those are also emotional energies that keep you bound and tied to the thing that you resent. So, what would Jesus do? Jesus is ninth dimensional consciousness because he understands that all things are working together. So, the energies that wounded you are also the energies that are helping push you forward, right? So, Jesus forgives, he's compassionate. He knows that his soul is immortal. He knows that he's an ascended master, right? He doesn't sweat the small stuff. So, I feel like this is about letting this Chiron square Venus connection die in the desert, releasing any emotional attachments to it, even the resentment, right? The aggression towards whatever it is, right? Releasing it, letting it go, letting it die. That makes room for soul retrieval. That makes room for this new aspect of yourself to either be expressed or integrate, right? Clearing karma, clearing trauma allows soul fragments to return. Okay. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you all again so much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one.